Today I am going to be doing some oxalic acid vapor treatments on the bees. I will be using my Lorabi's instant vape. I got the Milwaukee batteries, the M18. I love that tool. I wish I had one of the newer styles, but I have the first one and it works great for me. It's awesome. I think the other one looks pretty sweet, slick and new, but for the price, and I already have it, so we're gonna use it. But I'm gonna do some videos, do a little bit of videoing of showing me using that oxalic acid vaporizer and treating the bees for some mites. I know my mite count's pretty low. I'll do it 2 or 3 times in a row for a week, or well, for 2 or 3 weeks. So I'll do it today, and then in next week I'll do it again. Next week I'll do it again to try to get, you know, that hatched brood, or the brood that hatches, get them going. It's kind of a cooler day today. I'm sure the bees are still going to be flying, but just got off work, so we're going to get in there and give them all some treatments. The one thing that I have a problem with that kind of sucks for me is a lot of my pallets are screen bottom boards, so I lose a lot of vapor out of the board, out of the bottom, but I still feel like there's a fair amount that gets up into the brood nest and up into the boxes. But anyways, show you that here in a minute. Well, hello everybody. It is Kill Varroa Mite Day. That's always fun. We are gonna kill some mites with this here fancy Lorabi's mite killing machine. I grab a battery, better grab my mask, get this heated up and going. Turn it on. I got 2 plungers. Get them ready. This is what I keep my oxalic acid in, and some rags to kind of plug the entrances a little bit on my ones that do have solid boards. I keep my oxalic acid in this, and I just open this and I actually just stab my plungers down in here like this. And there we go, we have it. It's a little loose right now, it's kind of falling out, but pack it in there good once this gets heated. I like taking this little lid off and just taking this with me. I got my mask. Take a couple of these towels so I can plug it off. And let's go kill some mites. I'm gonna put my mask on, so my voice is gonna be a little bit muffled, but I'm not gonna talk a whole lot with it on. So let this get up to temperature. Can't remember what it gets up to. It's like 400 something. I don't know, it's pretty freaking hot, that's for sure. I got a few batteries that I can use here, and we'll get at it. Kill some mites with the old instant vape Lorabi's. Highly recommend one of these. All right, gonna start right here on this little nook. I'm gonna give it about 2 grams. That's a pretty tight little thing there. Need to spin that more often. Kind of bound up on me. Okay, that's about. Stack it in there. Let it go, give her the old treatment. A little bit still coming out. Sweet. just like that, on to the next one. This is already back to warm. This has got my nuke size in it. A little smaller dose. This has got 4 grams in it, this next one. Actually, it needs to be twisted back a little. I give these single deeps a pretty good dose. I don't think it's a problem. Haven't had a problem with it. So, just what I do. This one I probably need my rags. Yeah, losing some out the front there. Try to keep as much as I can in there. Kind of difficult, that's why I give them a little more than it might need. All these pails are empty. I might do some, oh, gonna leave that bucket on. It's keeping some oxalic in. Guess I should leave that one on too. But that's what we're gonna do. Looks like I'm gonna do some puncture weeds too. Get rid of some of this puncture weed crap. All right, just finished up on this last one here. Gonna pull it out. It's been sitting here for a minute because I decided to attack the puncture weed problem. I know I didn't get all the seeds, so it's just gonna come back, but it sure looks a lot better than it did. But now I'm gonna hurry and pull these buckets off, give them another round of feed, and we'll move on to the next yard. So, stay tuned for more. Okay, this yard is all fed up, and it has been treated with 1 round of oxalic acid vapor, and it is good to go for a little bit. They're putting on the weight and putting it away for winter time, so should be good. I think they're gonna do okay. Good healthy boxes of bees. All right, down here on the lower yard, gonna pull some buckets, get some feedback on them, and treat them all with some oxalic acid. Looks like every single one of these buckets are probably empty. So I made some more syrup and gonna top them all off. This might be the last one that I feed them because they are putting on a little bit of weight. So here we go. This is the big yard. We'll burn through it. It would just be nice to have Nash or somebody down here. He could fill buckets, I'm sure, would be pretty good. But I want to get these buckets back on before I start doing the OA, because I don't want the OA to come out the top of the hole, and I don't really want to put all the plugs back in while I fill these, because I don't want to just do it twice. So I'm going to start on this end with the OA and start on this side feeding, and then I'll rotate so I won't have I won't have colonies with buckets off. That way that lid is broke. Well, bummer. Good thing I got some more backup buckets. I need a faster pump. This one actually ain't too bad. It really ain't. It's a lot better than what I had. Well, I flipped that bucket over and the tint plug fell out, so I dumped a fair amount of syrup all over this area here. Hey, you know, it is what it is. Might cause a little bit of robbing. That bucket, I'm worried, ain't getting a super great seal. It's kind of dripping a little bit right there, but what do? You just roll with it. But getting them treated, getting some oxalic acid in there. It's going pretty swell. How I keep track and what I like to do is I have 2 of my of those plungers. And when that one's done, well, so this plunger is sitting right here ready and it's full. So once it's done and cooled off or back up to heat, I pull it out of there and I'll turn around and stick it in there. That's just how I keep track of where I'm at. Looks like this one is already back up to heat, so I just take it, set it on in there, pull the one, drop the new one in, do the little tap, 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 roo. See, I lose quite a bit coming out of those screens, but I don't know. I want to switch to solid boards, but at the same time, I haven't had too big of an issue with these screen bottom pallets, and I got them for the right price, so I know it wouldn't be too hard to just get some wood and throw a piece on there and seal it off and make it a solid bottom. But see, I'm losing quite a bit, but I can see it coming out of the top of the lid, so I know it's getting up in the boxes. And this isn't to, you know, get rid of mites or whatever. It's just kind of more of a preventative maintenance. My mite counts are fairly low. If they had a lot of mites, you know, like they've all got oxalic acid sponges in them right now, so they've got that going for them. The mite counts weren't very high, doing pretty good on mites. So this is just kind of a splash of some oxalic acid vapor to just kind of, you know, maybe target some more mites. And I'll do it again probably 3 more times after this, just until November 15th, and that is when I will be shipping my bees to California. And that's going to be quite the adventure because I will be doing it myself this year. Just going to take my own truck and trailer and take them down there. So pretty excited for that adventure. A little nervous. I'm going to take them down to my buddy Oki. He lives in Chico, California. He's the one that I buy my queens from, and he's going to help me with some almond pollination this year. So I'm looking forward to it, but you know, again, nervous. It's a big commitment, big investment to go down there, but I'm looking forward to it. So got to get these bees fat ready and mite free and ready to go. It's September 12th, and this field that we have here is blooming a little bit. I hope it's being a little bit of a nectar source for the bees. Sure is pretty. Just alfalfa. I am feeding. I'm feeding a 2-to-1, trying to fatten them up. Actually, it's like a 1.5-to-1, but it's thicker than 1-to-1. But I think they still have a little bit of a trickle flow from this field. And there's a field over here that's blooming. Down on the bottom of that field over there is all hay, but it sure is pretty. Beautiful evening. And these flowers, the sun, it's cool. It's not a million degrees, but sure is pretty. Beautiful area. Love the mountains. Love the sound of the geese flying. Just a good evening. Can't wait to go home and see my kids and wife, and be a good day. Ian sent those down. Those are Canadian chickens, Cobra chickens, Canada goosers.